Hello and welcome to Soul-Voyance. I am Selina and today I will be doing the psychic treasure map for what is going on with Matt Hancock in the jungle. So he is now in the Australian jungle doing I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here with different contestants, all celebrities. And I'm going to do a treasure map now. You can see the full treasure map in the JPEG image at the start of this video. But I'm going to talk you through the psychic treasure map of what is to come for Matt Hancock and what's going on with the dynamics between him and the other celebrity contestants. So to start with, we've got 3 tarot cards and 3 LeNormand cards for Matt. So the first one is the Fool and the Tower. So this is how he's feeling. He's feeling that he may have been a fool at some stage because in the past he had broken the COVID rules, the restriction rules that he had set for the public by kissing that lady, his now girlfriend. And he was caught out, having this affair behind his wife's back. So he feels a bit foolish. He's had a lot of disorder and destruction in his life, chaos with the Tower. But he's trying to rebuild his life. He's trying to rebuild things with the Tower. I'd just like to say Matt Hancock made allegedly £1.3 million from during the time around 2020, during that time of when we had the COVID lockdowns. He's now allegedly worth 5 million. And I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here paid him allegedly, they say £500,000 to appear on the show. So he is quite wealthy. He's made a lot of money already. So he's quite financially successful. But what does the future hold for him? So at the moment, we've got the Knight of Cups and the Garden. So he is actually wanting to be the hero here. I think I said this in one of my predictions. I do predict he's going to be a hero and save the day or save somebody in the jungle. It could be during a challenging trial they do that he's going to save them or he's going to help someone, one of the contestants. So he's got an aspect of his character that wants to be the hero with the Knight of Cups. He's quite charming. He tries to be charming with the Garden. That's the jungle there. He likes nature. He wasn't happy when he got stung by the scorpion. He felt a bit dizzy, he said. But if you can see, he didn't panic. He carried on. So he's actually very good at working under pressure. Now, he did not win the 2019 election to become Prime Minister. Boris Johnson did. But he did win the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here 2022 election, where he is now the leader of that celebrity camp. So we're going to look at the dynamics of the other contestants in a minute, but just to finish off, the Moon card for Matt and the Anchor. So this is where he's had a lot of deceit and lies around him. So this is the Moon. That's actually a lobster, not a scorpion, but that I was going to say the water theme with the Scorpio and the Scorpion sign is there as well. With the Moon, it's all about deceit, lies, a feeling of lunacy. So it could be that he did, there was a form of deception going on at the time when he was having the affair and it came out. Then he felt really like he couldn't sleep properly, felt like lunacy. He was affecting his mind, like he was really all over the place, very chaotic. With the Moon card, he may still be feeling like that, but he is actually trying to anchor himself and ground himself because he doesn't really know. When I tune into, he doesn't know where he's going. He's got no idea what direction he's going on. He's been, I don't know if he was sacked from being an MP or something. He had to resign, or I know he resigned in the time of the COVID, but recently he had to either resign or there was a problem with because he's currently an MP. for a constituency in the UK. So he's desperately trying to ground himself, and I think the I'm a Celebrity program is like a launch pad for him for a new career, a new direction. I'll go into that a bit later on. So let's have a look at the dynamics. So the contestants, they seem to be kind of quite forgiving with him, because the one gave him a hug. I think that was Scarlett Douglas that gave him a hug. The celebrities I'm going to talk about, the main ones that stand out to me are Scarlett Douglas, Mark Tyndall, Sue Cleaver, and Boy George. How are their dynamics? How are they reacting to him? Do they like Matt Hancock? What do they think of him? Now, Scarlett Douglas, I have these two cards for her. She's a mediator. So her personality type is the mediator. She's not judgmental. She doesn't really form judgmental opinion. She has an opinion, but it's more of a diplomatic opinion. She's trying to kind of keep the peace with everyone. She keeps the peace with Boy George. She keeps the peace with Matt Hancock. She is very fair and just to the other contestants. She's nice to everybody. She's very well liked. She's the mediator. She is someone that people will go to for advice, or she's the voice of reason. She's definitely not interested in conflict or arguments. If there's a conflict, she will diffuse it. She's very diplomatic. She's the Queen of Cups, so naturally intuitive and emotionally connected, a good communicator, and the Lady card with the LeNormand card. So she's got a lot of feminine energy, and she's really quite nurturing in that camp, and she's trying to help everybody to keep the peace. She's the peacemaker, the mediator. So she doesn't have anything against Matt Hancock. She just wants to see the best in him. She likes to look for the good in him. She wants him to do well. She's forgiving. She forgives him for what he's done with the breaching the COVID rules, the restrictions. So that was for Scarlett Douglas. Let's look at Mark Tyndall. Now, Mark Tyndall and Sue Cleaver weren't very happy with Matt Hancock being the leader last night on I'm a Celebrity program, because they were not happy with the fact that he was giving them certain tasks, or they just weren't happy with it, the dynamic of it. They were happy with their tasks when they got them, but they weren't entirely happy with how he was leading and everything. So I'm just going to look at them. Mark Tyndall, now he's actually a bit of a mediator as well, but he does have an opinion. He's a bit of a joker as well. Three of Cups and the Bouquet. So he is actually, he's in the jungle. He's trying to kind of create a very nice celebratory feeling around him. He's very happy-go-lucky, likes nature. He's not really in it for the fame or the fortune. He's by the way, he is the husband, for those that don't know, he's the husband of Zara Phillips, who is the daughter of Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. So he's not in it for the fame or fortune. He's just in it for the nature aspect. And let's all get together. He's very much a people person. He's very much, he's got your back, this guy. He's got your back. He's a bit of a joker, a bit of a prankster. Everyone likes him. He's not, it shows that he might, even if he isn't keen on Matt Hancock, he will still be very gentlemanly. He's not someone to have a big aggressive outburst. He's very composed. He will try to do his best to get through difficulties. He will be diplomatic. And I think underlying thoughts towards Matt Hancock is he's not happy with how he is. He doesn't trust him. He knows that he has the ability to be deceitful. He knows that. But he's trying to kind of enjoy the whole nature aspect of everything. And he's a little bit, I'd say, between a mediator and a bit of a jester, because he's quite comedic as well, but he's very much a people's person. We now have Sue Cleaver. This is interesting. Got a scythe because her surname's Cleaver, which means to cleaver, like a chopping knife or axe, cleaver, and got the scythe. So maybe she's got a sharp edge to her, like her name suggests. She's a good person. She's got a good heart. She's got maternal qualities. She's quite a lucky person. She brings luck to the camp. She's a bit of a joker. She is very much matriarchal. I don't think she's happy with certain aspects of Matt Hancock. I think that's the sky there. She wants to cut out certain rules or regulations he's making. She's a bit concerned of what he's going to do next. She doesn't trust him for the sky. But she's a happy-go-lucky person, and she actually brings a lot of vibrancy to the camp. Maternal figure. She has strong opinions as well. So I know her and Mark Tyndall, they're calling themselves like the husband and wife of the jungle, you know, in a platonic way of the camp, in a husband and wife of the camp. And they're actually very close. They trust each other. They work well together, but they don't trust Matt Hancock at all. They don't know what to expect, but then maybe that's why they don't trust him. Finally, we have Boy George. What does he think of Matt Hancock? He's a natural performer, Boy George. He's an artist. He's an artistic person. He's creative, very original, very innovative. He's not scared of speaking his mind. Now, he did say that his mother was ill in hospital during COVID. I think she had COVID. He wasn't happy with Matt Hancock breaking the rules, setting the rules and breaking them. He's not scared of expressing his opinion. With the King of Swords, he's someone you don't want to cross. So Matt, I think, is aware that he doesn't want to cross Boy George. He does not want to have a big fight or argument with him. I get a sense of tension towards Matt Hancock from Boy George. He's tense, doesn't trust him. He sees Matt Hancock as an obstacle in the jungle, in the camp. This fact that he has taken up this leadership position, he sees that as an obstacle. He's trying to keep diplomatic. He does, because he's a very creative, artistic person. He wants it to work in the camp. He wants that creative aspect to work. He's a little bit of a joker as well. Boy George, got a good sense of humour. And he adapts very well. But he finds Matt Hancock could be a bit of an obstacle with, you know, maybe with some of the rules and regulations he's going to make. Again, he doesn't trust him. He just doesn't trust him. It just feels that no one trusts Matt Hancock in this camp. Merlin's challenge. So let's have a look on our treasure map of Matt Hancock. What is Merlin's challenge for Matt Hancock? It is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is all about money and fame and fortune. And his challenge will be that he wants his fame and fortune, but there's a price to pay. You know, if he's got, his challenge will be to get that fame and fortune and be likable by the public. He's got to turn everything around and be liked and do something heroic or something amazing that people are going to really like him for. Can he do it though? I know he's got plans and visions when I tune into him, plans and visions of a new career. And I'm actually being shown for his future career well, there's a few things that are coming up. One is a book. He could write a book. A second thing could be a documentary series linked to rivers. It's somewhere where it could be, I don't think it's a jungle, but it could be like a wildlife documentary where he goes down a river, or there's lots of like forest, and he talks about wildlife conservation and things like that. A little bit like Martin Clunes did with that those tropical islands he went to. So it's a bit like that, but I don't think it's tropical islands. I think it's more about wildlife conservation and climate change, maybe looking after the environment. He's going to do a documentary on that, which could actually turn things round for him. Now, he didn't, like when he had the affair and everything, okay, it is like people were angry with him, but he's got a nice side of him that people are wanting to forgive him and see the best in him. And I genuinely think he does care about Gina, Gina Cola D'Angelo, I think her name is. I think they genuinely care about each other and love each other. So I don't think it was like like he was using anyone. I think it was genuine. So I think the public do want to forgive him. So he could actually go down a very good route of environmental stuff. He could still be an MP, but it could be linked to environment, or he could like not be an MP so much in the future, but do more like environmental things and helping the nature and the environment. See him doing a lot of public speeches as well, public talks. He's very good at talking. He's actually really clever. He's really academic as well. We get to see that side of him in the jungle. There's a soft side of him as well. There's also a side that what is a team player. He wants to help. Like when you saw him doing those challenges in that doll's house with all those snakes, it's like he's brave. He's a brave guy. He wasn't screaming or anything. He wants to do things to help other people. And I think when he was in government at the time of the COVID time, lockdowns, he was under an immense amount of pressure. And I think he felt that pressure, and he didn't really know what to do with it, or, you know, he was struggling in it. So he is trying to do his best in the jungle, but maybe he struggles under pressure, or he struggles with, you know, being completely honest about what's going on in his private life or in his life. Obviously, the camera, the video camera, CCTV, caught them kissing. So if that didn't happen, nobody would know, would they? So he does hide things, but he's only human, so we can't judge him. We can't judge him at all. Selena's challenge, Psychic Selena's solution to the challenge, to Merlin's challenge. My solution to Matt Hancock would be to try and do as much humanitarian work and aid work in the world as much as possible, and really help people to find water, especially in Africa, in India, help the people with the droughts, the famine, really turn it around for yourself and do documentaries and promote humanitarian causes. I think that's what you can do, because he's quite a powerful man. He has power. He's very famous now. Now he's in the jungle. He can use his fame to help the world, help the people of the world, and also create awareness for rainforests, that we shouldn't be cutting them down, the deforestation of rainforests. He can do a lot for that. So that's my solution to him. Now, let's have a look at Matt Hancock's psychic treasure map, the dark forest path. What path is he on in the forest? Literally, in the jungle. The wandering path. With the wandering path, it means there's a few obstacles, but he's wandering along, he's drifting along. He doesn't really know where he's going. He has no idea where he's going in his career or in his life, but he's actually a bit of an adventurer, a bit of an explorer. He could reinvent himself. And I think he could do it very well if he plays his cards right. He could, you know, win the trust and affection of the public. Maybe not completely the trust, but he could help people, you know, with environmental stuff. And he needs to make sure he stays on the right path, though, and not tell any more fibs. You know, he doesn't want to be lying anymore or hiding things. And I think he needs to kind of, another thing with Matt Hancock, he needs to do what he thinks is right, not what people tell him to do. Or if he's feeling under pressure with things, he needs to do what his intuition is telling him. That's about his natural psychic intuition and ability, because I think he does have a natural psychic intuition in him. And now for the buried treasure for Matt Hancock. What is his buried treasure? It does not look good. The Tower card, oh dear. The coffin, my gosh. And then we have Lagu, emotions, psychic ability, femininity, intuition. But the negative side of Lagu is escaping temptations, greed, and against the conscience. So it's a double-sided coin for Matt Hancock. Can he stop telling lies and be, you know, more truthful in his future, which I'm sure he's trying to do, you know. He's got to follow his intuition, the emotional side. and not give in to temptations. So this is his challenge. This is it's a challenge and it's an outcome as well. That's his buried treasure. But his buried treasure does not look good. He's got the Tower card, disorder, but order comes out of disorder. So maybe, you know, with the coffin card, that's an ending. So maybe he leaves the jungle early. Now, my original prediction was that he either wins. I'm not sure if he wins, but he could come second or third. But there could be, I don't think he's necessarily leaving early, but he might want to leave early. I mean, he may actually have I think he's going to have an argument with Boy George. I think he's going to have an argument with Boy George, Sue Cleaver and Matt Tyndall, and Moyles as well. Moyles, I can't remember his first name. I'm so sorry. The radio DJ, comedian, nice guy. He's not happy there either, with Matt Hancock being leader. So I think could have an argument, chaos in the jungle. Boy George could leave early. He could just walk out, or he could get voted off. I'm not sure what happens, but he's going to leave earlier than expected. I think there'll be a bit of a dramatic argument there. Do you know what I'm seeing? Mutiny aboard ship. So it's like, okay, speaking treasure maps, mutiny aboard ship. They're going to be a group of them in the jungle, and they're actually going to be telling Matt Hancock they're not happy with his rules. That's what's going to happen. He's not going to like it, and he's actually going to think about leaving, but I don't think he will leave because he's really strong. He's quite sort of what he wants. If he wants something, he'll try and get it. So I don't think he'll leave, but I think it could be very tense over the next week. So we'll have a look. So there you have it. The psychic treasure map for Matt Hancock in the jungle. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks with him, and with, of course, Boy George and all the other contestants. So I will keep you updated, and I will revisit the psychic treasure map next week, where I will be doing what is going on with Boy George in the jungle. And that will be interesting. Let's see if he's going to walk out or what's going to happen with him. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is completely free. Follow me on TikTok, where you will get all the latest up-to-date psychic predictions for world and celebrity events and their outcomes with the news articles. You can also subscribe free to my monthly blog. You can visit my website. The link is under this video. It's www.soulvoyance.co.uk. Just go straight into the website, and then there you have it. You can subscribe free to my blog, and you will get all the monthly updates of all the psychic predictions and all the ones that came in as well, with the related news article links for last month. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, under Soul-Voyance. All the links are under this video. And of course, if you want to book a psychic reading with me, just visit my website. Links in under this video. You can book and choose from several different reading options, including the psychic treasure map, 10 predictions for the next 6 months forecast ahead. And you can book that on my website directly, and you will receive your reading as an audio, 20-minute audio MP3 and a JPEG image of the map, your own personal treasure map. You'll receive that via email on the same day as your booking. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.